Anyway, I've commented before on the concepts of deep state. Now, if you go to the adjustment class, deep state people think is a conspiracy where people meet in private and they're in a room and they're going to overrule the elected people and they're sitting there privately talking, this is how we're going to do it. That these leaders, it's all fake. We're the ones running the show. Wrong. Wrong. They're all playing banjos. They're all playing banjos. Now let me explain this. I've done it before. As far as deep state protects us. It protects us. That is part of the equation of a democracy where these people are elected essentially by half the population cannot even hardly read and write. That's why the country was based as a republic, not a democracy. And you have it going back to the building of the pyramids and the Freemasons, where the people building the pyramids were a separate society. So now let's look at this. This is how the deep state protects us. Deep state is not a group that meets in a bomb shelter and is running our lives. The concept of a deep state is fluid and it takes place constantly. Now let's look at this with Donald Trump. Okay, these people, Donald Trump, it could be President Reagan, it could be President Nixon while he was drunk, or anybody, that they know that if the president or whoever that is going to say something nutty and blow up the goddamn planet, you think they're going to do it? No. The people think they will. Like Trump with Korea could have pushed a button and bombed North Korea and bombed out the Soviet Union. No, the people already know not to do that, not to follow the orders if the person is fucking nuts. So that's the deep state. It's not a group that meets. Now let's look at Trump. Okay, well everybody saw, how he was elected. It makes no difference what side you're on. He's an elected guy, and all of the true leaders, the advisors, know that he's just an elected guy, elected by, pretty much a bunch of buffoons. And that even back in the, 200 years ago, they were mostly farmers. Well, they're not going to do every goddamn thing. And Trump gets up and says, well, I'll blow up North Korea. I got a bigger button. You think they weren't talking that we ain't going to do this? They most certainly were. That's why that one general said and talked among his leaders, okay, we know this guy is a nut. We know the guy is a nut. And nobody's going to push no goddamn button to nuke the Soviet Union. The same thing occurred with Alexander Haig and President Nixon. President Nixon was going through Watergate. He was drunk, wife, drunk all the time. You think they don't talk? The normal people don't talk between themselves. He says push the button. We ain't pushing no goddamn button. That's the deep state. That's the deep state. The deep state at the time was Alexander Haig. He was the deep state. That he was actually kind of running the presidency when Nixon was smashed off of his ass, and we ain't going to push no buttons to nuke Russia or whatever. Well, that's the deep state. It's fluid. It's fluid. It's ongoing. There's no secret group like the Banjo Boys in the South believe that a secret group is meeting, that is running things privately. No, you just saw that you just saw it happen with Trump. Okay, now he says, take me to the rally. Take me to the rally. This is the deep state. Okay, here you go. Here is the true deep state. He says, take me to that goddamn rally. I'm going to get out there. And okay, so the person driving says, we ain't going to no Capitol. You could be shot. So, in other words, it's got nothing to do like he was against Trump. but that the person driving the car knew that that anybody could be in that crowd and he could be shot. So the deep state person driving the car says, we ain't going to no Capitol, we're going right to the White House. Trump tries to grab the fucking wheel. No, I'm the fucking president, man. I'm the fucking president. You take me to that Capitol. I'm going to go there and do battle. Well, he could have been shot. That in that crowd, you could have Antifa, whatever, all mixed in. And so the person driving the car, the deep state, at that time, for those 3 minutes, that person was a deep state. He said, we're going right to the White House. Yeah, correct, the White House, not the Capitol. We're going right to the White House. Okay, so the deep state protected us because they know, okay, we've got this nut here that was elected. Now he's demanding and grabbing the wheel, trying to strangle the guy. I'm the fucking president, man. You do what I say. No. Deep state says otherwise. In other words, normal people say otherwise. They took him to the White House and did not take him to that Capitol to do battle where he could get out of that car waving his flag. He could be shot by anyone. So that's the deep state. That's how it protects us. Deep state is fluid. It's fluid. It is not a secret group meeting in private to control the world. The deep state was Alexander Haig when Nixon was drunk. And they said, we ain't going to push no goddamn buttons to nuke Russia no matter what this guy says. You pass it through us. It goes through the chain of command. It goes through the chain of command. So it's what protects us. Otherwise, like a president elected basically by a bunch of buffoons has a fit, he could be drunk, he could be on drugs, whoever the president is, could be Reagan, could be Nixon, drunk on drugs. I'm going to push this goddamn button because I'm the fucking president and destroy the world. No, the deep state prevents that. And you saw it with Trump. You saw it with Trump, where what's his name, the general, that he talks back and forth and says, listen, it goes through me, not him. We ain't launching no nukes at Korea or the Soviet Union or whatever. I mean, you got to look at it. That the top leaders, it's not the leader necessarily like the President Kennedy, it was. But in most of these cases, these are buffoons elected by buffoons. They're not going to push, the president says, push this button, I'm going to nuke everyone. No, that's the deep state working for us and protects us, or we would already be dead.